Mr. Clooney, Mr. Edgerton, good to see you guys again.
Good to
How are
see
you
you,
doing?
brother. How you been?
I've been doing so well. I miss you.
Yeah, we've been. You don't visit anymore. What happened?
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Mr. Clooney, I'm actually going to start with you. So much of what makes this movie work is that we love to cheer for an underdog because at some point in our lives, we've all been one. We know what it feels like to kind of have no one believe in us, to have the odds stacked against us. Obviously, you're one of the biggest names in Hollywood now, but when was the last time in your life or your career that you ever felt like an underdog?
Oh, dude. I mean, actors always feel like an underdog. It's not like it's not a slam dunk when you start out that that it's all gonna work out. There's so much of what Joel and I do in our careers is luck, right? I mean, luck has to play a part of it.
They said we couldn't compete with the richest schools in the nation.
The Washington vote has taken the lead. Washington has done it!
And these guys are lucky too. They grew up in the Depression, but they happened to go to a school that needed, young athletes, and these guys needed to eat. So, as much as it was hard work and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, you still, an element of luck has to play a part of it. So I've had that most of my life has been one element of luck or another,
She says to me, I didn't know that pediatricians could be so sexy. And I said, honey, you ain't seen nothing yet.
ER, which is a Chicago show, was all luck for me, and that changed my career,
Our city has that impact on people from time to time.
Yes, they do.
Most of you will not be chosen. Beautiful speech, Coach.
Every great sports movie has a great inspirational speech. And Mr. Edgerton, you deliver an amazing one in this film. It's the kind of speech that you need to hear to get you past the finish line. For you guys in your career, what was the most inspirational speech or just a thing that you were told by someone that got you to the place where you needed to be?
I think, coaches to me like dads, and my dad is the best coach in my life, and the best inspirational speech he ever gave me was to encourage me to follow my dreams and my passion and, follow the journey rather than look for a result out of life. And it gave me a lot of encouragement to feel confident to do the things that I do now.
My Aunt Rosemary, who was a very famous singer, told me never mix grain and grape. And honestly, that has played a big part in my life over the years. Of the things of advice you can get, that's a big one.
Practical advice is better than,
I don't believe what I'm seeing!
So, Mr. Clooney, as a director, I would imagine that casting is one of the biggest factors in the entire filmmaking process. So when the moment comes and you have to decide whether or not to cast Academy Award-winning actor George Clooney, how do you decide whether or not that guy is right for your movie?
Nepo.
It was pretty easy. Nepo, yeah. It's pretty easy not to cast yourself in a thing when you're not right for it.
His proposition is very simple. Anyone who criticizes or opposes Senator McCarthy's methods must be a communist.
I wrote Good Night and Good Luck for myself to play Edward R. Murrow. And then I realized that I couldn't play that part. And it was really like, I can't play this part. This was terrible. So as a director, it's pretty easy to know when you're right for something and when you're not, even though David Strathairn got nominated for an Oscar for it. So, I was right.
But that was part of you too.
Well, not really. He was all acting at that point.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.